Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins. I'm Trevor Hankins.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. Tonight we're going to talk about The Blade of Miracles, issue number 2, which is going to come out on Wednesday. And we have with us the creator of the comic book, Trevor Hankins. So welcome to the show, Trevor. So issue number 2 is called The Lady of the Lake.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Like what?
Well, how much of the story do you want to tell, or how you want to grab people and suck them into wanting to read it?
Well, it follows up immediately after the first issue.
Okay.
And it goes into further detail about Excalibur and how Jack got started on his journey.
Okay. But we see the lady like pretty soon into the issue, right?
Yes.
So she's kind of a prominent character.
Yes. She shows up at the very end of. She shows up at the very end of the first issue.
Right.
Then they said the second issue continues immediately after. So
You got the same sort of, from a slightly different angle, the same image of her sort of coming out of the water.
yes.
Yeah, both issues. So it's kind of a nice little bookend.
Yes.
So tell us about what are you trying to accomplish in this part of the 12 issue saga. Let's show it to people.
This is more of an it's more of an explainer issue, if that makes sense. If this were a manga, this would be the chapter where they actually explain more about the world. Yes.
All right. So this is, we've introduced the characters, and now we're sort of explaining the as you say, the environment in which they exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is like manga, they, especially shonen manga, they usually use the first chapter to do something big to draw you in. Like, wow, this is cool, I want to know more. And then the second issue, you actually know kind of more what's going on.
You sort of delve into the scenery and
Yes.
the environment and the history and all that.
Yeah, Yes. or they do things like explain the magic system if magic or something is important.
Okay.
Like Bleach, for example, they explain the magic system in the second chapter.
Okay, that makes sense.
And this issue, what were you saying?
Okay.
Or more in depth, I should say. This issue, it specifically explains more about how Excalibur works in this universe and its origins.
Yeah, I noticed that if you can find Excalibur, you can use it multiple times. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that anything to do with the legend of King Arthur, or is that just unique to your universe?
For that, I sort of took inspiration from Dragon Ball,
Okay.
where once you how much do you know about Dragon Ball?
When I've seen that 5-minute thing that Mr. did.
So in Dragon Ball, you find the 7 Dragon Balls, and you summon the dragon Shenron. Yes. And you're able to, Shenron is able to grant a wish.
Okay.
After a certain point in Dragon Ball Z, he's able to grant 3 wishes.
Okay.
And once the wish is made, the Dragon Balls scatter across the earth.
I see. And then you have to find him again?
Yes.
Okay.
So I sort of took the idea from that, but I also added the stipulation that whoever gets the wish has to be deemed worthy enough by the sword.
Yeah, the first thing he does is help her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is selfless, which is a nice quality to have.
Yes.
So when the sword goes away,
Yes.
Does she know where it's going, or is it a surprise to her too?
We're probably getting into further in the issue,
Okay.
but yes, the lady of the lake has a deep enough connection with the sword that she knows where it went.
Okay. So the sword kind of does it on its own. We get it, and she just knows kind of because she's connected.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So she also acts as a sort of guide character in that way.
Okay. So tell us about putting together the issue. Was this an easy one to do, a hard one? Did you have to go back and redraw parts of it, or?
I went back and touched up the art before I decided I was done with it. I kind of decided I didn't need to do as many like drastic changes as with the first issue. But as a result, in my opinion, the art gets a little worse because it's still an earlier style.
Okay. So it gets worse in the second issue. Okay.
And trying to say it right. It kind of this was. I drew this in like 2020
Okay.
or something.
Wow.
So it was like the art kind of downgrades and then it gradually gets
Better.
yes.
So tell us a little bit about the cover. So who are the characters on the cover?
It's Jack, Lancelot, and Lady of the Lake.
And she's playing a what? A banjo or another kind of instrument?
This is actually based on this is an homage to the cover of the first issue of Bone.
Okay. Okay. How is it an homage? In case someone doesn't know.
It's an homage in that it's these three characters in place of the Bone cousins, and
Oh, that's right. There were three.
and in the original cover, there's like eyes in the background. That shows that the story that the cover of the first issue of Bone is kind of a good example of like how to set readers' expectations for what's to come.
Okay.
So in the original cover had like eyes watching over them in the background.
Right.
That kind of shows an element of danger.
Right.
So as an homage, I replaced that with the trying to say it right. The slits of the helmet of the Black Knight.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good. And it does kind of look like kind of eye-shaped in a way.
Yeah.
So it's very much an homage. Okay. Well,
I actually said said actor Jeff Smith.
yeah, right on the cover. Yes. Okay. And you're a big Bone fan, as I recall.
Yes.
What a connection.
Read the whole thing and just about all of the expanded stuff. Yes.
Was besides the cover, was that any influence on you as well? Since that's kind of an adventure story.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Bone was kind of an influence on the comic. I forget if I said this before. It's only 12 issues long because I realized there is potential for a longer story, but I also realized I'm not Jeff Smith, so I...
All right. You know what? No one but Jeff Smith is Jeff Smith. But you took influence from him.
Yeah.
And you're not going to make this last was, wasn't it bone book like this thick?
Yeah.
Much thinner.
I don't have like the same talent as Jeff Smith, so I made it 12 issues, so it'll be easier for me.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for him?
No.
You helped edit it, right?
Yes.
So what did you do as the editor on this?
Well, generally with my involvement with the entire thing was mostly dialogue touch-ups and making some suggestions here and there.
Okay.
With the flashback, like explaining Excalibur, we took multiple stabs at how to make it flow better and sound natural.
Okay. All right. Do you help with that?
Yes.
Okay.
That was probably one of the more intensive changes that was done over time.
Well, you've been working on this for a while.
Yes.
All right.
It's like I had the idea of what was supposed to be said, but it wasn't. It sounded very awkward.
Well, you're the writer. Which it's nice to have somebody that can help you like that.
Right.
Step back.
A chance to use my degree.
Yes. So, what do you want to get? What do you want to tell people so they'll want to read issue number 2?
I hadn't thought. What do you want to leave the audience with?
Yeah.
If you read the first issue, you may have been a little confused about how exactly the world works. Issue number 2 has you covered.
Okay. All right. And this will be available Wednesday in both print and digital, and available through the campus store. We need to put that up on the campus store so people can order it if they want, but that's where it'll be.
Yes.
All right.
If you're watching this on YouTube later, that means it's available now.
That's right. It should come out. This will come out the day it's out.
Yes.
All right. You want to talk about?
Yeah. If you're looking for a silent fidget toy, you can use our affiliate code Marty and Eli to save 10% off your purchase at getono.com. And if you're watching us on YouTube and you like this, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins. I'm Trevor Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.